Trading at Schwab is now powered by Ameritrade, giving you even more specialized support than ever before. Like access to the trade desk, our team of passionate traders ready to tackle anything from the most complex trading questions to a simple strategy gut check. Need assistance? No problem. Get 24/7 professional answers and live help, and access support by phone, email, and in-platform chat. That's how Schwab is here for you, to help you trade brilliantly. Learn more at schwab.com/trading.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. This is the Fight Insight Podcast. It's the best damn podcast that your friends aren't already watching. So go tell them about the show. Hit like, subscribe, and put it on your socials. I'm Timmy B, and this is my friend, my co-host, and UFC veteran and legend, Mr. Bryant Bam Bam Barberina.
Let's go. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me again. Ready for this podcast. Let's go, Timmy B. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight Insight Podcast.
All right, Bam Bam, this starts the show. And as I put on our story, it's raining men tonight on the Fight Insight Podcast. We got 4 guests, man, never before done. So we're going to get through these guests. But look, the first 3 guests, I believe, are all going to be men that train with you, Bam Bam, and they are making their big fight, their next big fight at an upcoming event this weekend. So I'm very excited to meet them. Our first up is a man with 3 amateur bouts to his name. He is competing. He's coming off a win. This is Mr. Chris Benton.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Chris, man. Good. How are you, my friend? Where are you at?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just sitting here at the gym. Just got training a few minutes ago, ran up, got some lunch, and now just hopping on the podcast with you guys.
Very nice, my friend. Look, I really appreciate the time, man. Now, here's the thing. You are fighting at XNF Fight Night 5. Let me put up the poster here. This is it. XNF Fight Night 5. It's streaming on Millions. Now, the problem is, Chris, are you actually on this
XFA?
Yeah, XFA, yeah. That is the real question. Like, are we actually going to be fighting on it, you know? We had one opponent. Next thing you know, that one didn't work out. He wanted to fight somebody else, and then they offered me another person, and now we're not sure he's going to even want to take the fight, you know? So it's kind of just seeming to be all over the place. But, you know, we talked with the promoter and, you know, Steve and myself and Brian and everybody. We're kind of just like, we're going to show up and we'll fight whoever you got there and just do the best that we can, you know? It's kind of all that we can do.
How freaking nuts is that? Why did this horrible person pull out of your fight? Is it because they saw who you were? Is it because they knew Bam Bam's training with you? What's the deal?
I don't know. It could be a lot of things. He was asking for a catch weight at 200 pounds, you know, and I fight at 185, but, you know, I fought up in weight classes before. I fought at 205 in my last Muay Thai fight when I was walking around like 190. So I was like, sure, I'm game. Show up. We'll do it. It's his debut fight. And I was like, I think that'll be a good one, given the size advantage that he has. But, you know, I'm not sure why I didn't want to do it, but, you know, it's up to him. Like I said, I'm fine to fight anybody. Just need them to agree to go in there and fight me, I guess.
Yeah, they're just gonna sack up and take.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, Chris, for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about your style and everything. Obviously, I know, but for those listening and for Timmy B here, tell us a little about your style and what you like to do when you get in there.
Yeah, man. When I get in there, it's just I just like to feel the person out a little bit at first. That's one of probably my like biggest things. I'm a little bit of a slow starter, but I got really good cardio, and the more the fight goes on, the better I get. Even when I get tired, right? I just what we say, I have that dog in me, right? I just keep going and just keep pushing the pace, and eventually, they kind of start to break. Every single one of my fights, I've been in the third round, regardless if I've been winning or losing going into that third round. I take that third round, and I just don't quit, man. That's my fighting style. Just endless pressure. Just keep putting it on you until you don't want to be in there anymore.
Nice.
I will say this guy has some mean ground and pound, so you don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Trust me.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I've been there.
Well, what's the thing here, though? Because Bam Bam, as you know, I commentate for Fight League Atlantic out on East Coast Canada. You're here. I apologize. Did I say XNF? XFA? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Either way, it's cool as shit. XFA. That sounds like a good brand.
Yeah, man.
Amateur fight. Are you allowed to strike to the head of a grounded opponent?
Yeah, it depends on which state you're in and what commission. I remember my second fight, we were going out there, and the whole training camp was just get to a dominant position, ground and pound, because that's like what Brian was saying. Like, I have really strong ground and pound. And then, Georgia was like, hey, you don't have 3 amateur MMA fights. You're not allowed to throw ground and pound at all. And I was like, well, okay, that was my whole game plan, and they told me that as I was in the cage, not even before the fight.
Nice.
Steve, I see my head coach, he's running up the stage to grab shin guards for me. And then, it was just chaos. But, South Carolina, you're able to throw ground and pound, which obviously makes things a lot easier. It's kind of just beat them up until they give you their neck to choke them out or whatever it is.
Nice. And now, again, XFA Fight Night 5, June 21st, Crossville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And it's streaming on Millions. So, look, here's the thing, Chris. Have you been doing interviews on Millions?
No, I haven't. I haven't been doing any interviews. This is probably like the first interview that I think I've ever had for actually like one of my fights coming up.
Hey, let's go.
This is the first for me, man. Yeah.
You always remember your first, Chris.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, no interviews for it coming up. But it's been fine. I'm just kind of ready to go out there and let my fighting do the speaking more than anything.
Well, I mean, that said, how important is it for you? Like, you want to go all the way with this? You want to become a pro? You want to become a legend like Bam Bam?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point, man. It's like, if you're not in this to like be the best at your weight class, like, you should probably get out, unless like your goal is to go in there and just have one fight just for like a bucket list fight. And the goal is to go all the way as far as I can just to show that I'm one of the toughest and best fighters out there at 185. That's the whole goal.
Nice, man. I like it.
I will say, to touch on what Timmy B said, Millions is great. Obviously, I need to be getting on it too. I've been slacking, but as far as getting interviews, introducing people to yourself, being active on social media is a real thing these days.
Yeah.
Not like it used to be. It used to be you can fight and you were good. It would, people would know who you were. The big show would know who you were. Now they're tracking your social media. They want to see how many followers you got. So on the flip side, it's great to be able to stay active on that, get some interviews, get your name out there. That way more people tune into your fights, get to know what you're about. And then also Millions helps you with that too. If you can join as a fighter, and they'll set you up, depending on like your following and stuff like that. You can get deals to do promotional stuff where they'll pay you to do it.
What?
And then also,
really?
Tim, we don't know about that.
God,
but that, and they'll set up interviews for you too, just so you can get on there, talk with people, and kind of get your story out there, get what you're about out there, and get some eyes on you.
Yeah, man. If they offer me any kind of interview or anything like that, I'm always open to it. Just get your name out there the more and more you can. Like you said, on social media, and also with your fights. That's the way to go. You got to build your own brand. I'm pretty sure every fighter is kind of aware of that at this point. So.
Well,
it is what it is.
You think so, Chris,
think so,
but not
but then
everybody does.
Then there's people like me who know but don't do it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But this is the thing, and I'll say this to you, man. It's advice that Rebel Girl Ashley Evans Smith told me, like right when I was starting this podcast, like within the first couple months. She said, "Closed mouths don't get fed."
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait for things to come to you, man, because like you're an aspiring young mixed martial arts athlete, man. Get out there and ask for stuff. Like you want interviews, you want stuff, go out there and get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't always expect the best podcast in the world to just come looking for you like we did.
Yeah, no, I got lucky with that one.
These other schlubs, you know, they don't know.
Yeah.
But go ask, man. Go promote the hell out of yourself, because here's the thing, like what Bam Bam was saying, man. Like these promotions, you could be amazing, but they don't give a crap. They're gonna look to see like how much social media does this guy have. Like if we put this guy in our card, do we think this guy's gonna sell some tickets? Do we think this guy's gonna bring some views? Right. So you kind of got to be out there, man. Obviously, the work will speak for itself as well, but you got to kind of pump that up. I did have a question submitted for you. This question came in. Is it hard to train under the tutelage of the UFC legend Brian Barberena?
You know, when he first came here, you know, it was pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
Especially when you're training, less of the fact like I knew who he was. I've seen his fights. I was like, you know, very happy to have the opportunity to be training with him. It was more just like, man, I hope I'm like living up to be like a good training partner at the moment. You know, I've been doing this for so long. Like I remember when he was getting ready for his last UFC fight and going out to his little gym and just getting ready to train. I'm like, dude, I just hope I can like push a good pace and like help him get better and ready for the fight, you know? But you know, obviously the more and more that you train with someone like Brian, just a super chill guy, obviously super nice. You realize that he does have a lot of knowledge, and, you know, at this point he's just given so much to JR and myself and, you know, all of our other fighters here at the gym. It was a little intimidating at first, but no, once you get to know him, he's chill. You just realize he's just another one of the guys, and, you know, he just wants to see you do your best. So
I like it, man. I like
that, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, man. No problem at all.
I've known this guy for like 5 years now, and he still makes me call him Mr. Barberena. So
exactly.
I'm waiting until that day. Look, man, I don't want to keep you long. I know that you're going to be training a little bit later. You're teaching a class there. Yeah. And again, the gym that you're at is ATT Smashville.
Yeah, ATT Asheville, Smashville. Yeah, maybe with my grounded pound, we can make it change to Smashville. But ATT Asheville. You know, it's been a blessing finding this place. You know, the owners are doing just such an awesome job, and making it welcoming for everybody, but then also able to provide top level, you know, skill building for those that really want to compete. So
yeah, man. Yeah. Well, dude, I'm happy for you. Look, before we let you go, your opponent, whoever the hell it may be.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to your opponent now. Cut the promo on your opponent. Tell him what's up.
Hey, listen, man, whoever you may be, whoever's going to be fighting me, just show up your best. I just want to go out there, put on a great fight. You know, I'm going to be definitely looking for that finish. I bet you will be too, you know, but, you know, just go out there, get it done, have some fun, and put on a good fight for people. You know, that's the whole point.
Yeah. That's all it is, my man.
Let's get it, man.
Hell yeah.
Good luck to you, my friend. Look, I really hope that you get a fight. I hope some sucker comes out of the crowd and wants to take a free beating at the
couple beers deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get him a couple of Coors banquets, and then we'll just go in there and just put some gloves on and swing it out.
Do they still sell Coors Banquet? Because I can't get that in Canada anymore.
Yeah, you just got to go to the right bars, man.
Are you serious? Because that's not in Canada anymore, man.
That's a shame.
Yeah, god damn it.
Hey, we'll send you some. I'll get you some, and then we'll mail it up to you, because that's one of the best beers on the planet. And Coors, if anybody's working with Coors, if y'all are listening to this, hit me up.
Get this.
This is the Coors man right here.
Chris Banquet Benton.
That's right, brother. There we go.
You just hold the beers and throw them into the crowd. It'd be amazing. Look, man, good luck to you, my friend. All the best. I'm going to talk to one of your teammates right now, and all the best to you, man. Have a wonderful weekend, and let's talk again soon.
Chris.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
See you later. All right. Bam Bam, let's get to your next teammate. Yes. Look, I got to do a better intro. Plus, I should really know the name of the organization. But this man is also fighting at XFA Fight Night 5. Maybe. Yes. I don't know. Is this dude in the same situation?
He is in the same situation. And you know what I love about this is both these guys, before we get on to JR next, but both these guys, you know, in the same situation, but they've been putting in the work. They're ready to take on anybody. You know, they're ready to go out there and put on a show, no matter if it's someone coming out of the crowd or if it's someone with a winning record or whatever the case may be. They're ready to show up and show out. So really pumped for these guys and where their mindset is at. You know, they're ready to compete no matter who steps in front of them. So excited.
Well, dude, I have so many questions for this man because of like when I'm looking at his Instagram, I'm looking at his nickname. Now the nickname that he writes on the screen. This is J.R. Banks the Third, Big Beautiful.
How's it going, y'all?
What's up, man?
Nothing new, man. Just another day in camp. Just taking things one day at a time and showing up ready.
Dude, I am
Absolutely.
so happy to meet you, my man. Look, tell the fans a little bit about yourself. Who is Big Beautiful?
Oh, Big Beautiful, man. He's just this guy that's been around Asheville, North Carolina for about 27 years now. I wrestled my whole life and I loved that lifestyle. I didn't do the things that I know I could have accomplished. So I don't want to live with that feeling for the rest of my life. And like I said, I love the lifestyle. So when you don't get what you want, you got to find the next best thing. And for me, like I didn't win world championships, I didn't win national titles in wrestling, so I know I still want to go. This is the next best thing for me. So yeah, I'm here to take it, man.
That's the way. Look, man, Bam Bam obviously said this is one of the best guys there. This is a guy who's on the up and up. He's going to do his thing. I'm very interested in what you're saying, though, because one of my questions was going to be like, what's one of the best moments of your life so far, or your MMA journey? But you're saying like you didn't achieve what you wanted to. Why did you not achieve it? Was it like you didn't put in the effort? Was it bad luck? Was like, what's the deal?
Like we all have our sad stories coming up and everything. I didn't have like the most calm, the most peaceful home life, and I don't know, like maybe sometimes I used it as an excuse. Maybe sometimes I just wanted the peace and I went to safe places, and was in survival mode in some parts of my younger life. So I didn't focus on what I loved because I didn't know I loved it. There was just more pressing things going on in my life. And then I grew up and then I got to see for myself what I really loved. And that wasn't really in my grasp anymore. So I'm like, like maybe I can't have exactly what I want, but like I said, what's the next best thing with what I want? And let's go take that, man. And like I'm sorry, I'm a Christian. I try to be. I'm religious, so what I have found out with my time on this planet, you don't always get what you want, but you always get what you need. So I'm coming to find out was the way better option than even what wrestling could have ever gave me.
Yeah.
Bam Bam, did you know that this incredible animal here was this deep?
I did. Yeah, he's a very deep soul, man. He's I feel like he's got that old soul like us, man.
Yeah.
And he digs deep in the training room too, man. You can see like his passion is all about it. He does what he's supposed to do in the training time for recovery, eating correctly, taking care of his body, doing the stretches, doing everything to maintain his body and continue to go at a high level. I mean, like he said, you can tell he loves this and he's all about it, and you can tell his life surrounds by it. So it's great to see, and it's great to work with him, and always great to talk with him.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Where does the nickname, obviously you're a very handsome dude, but where does the nickname Big Beautiful come from? Who gave you that nickname?
I don't know if you've ever seen me in person, but I'm just like this massive character. I'm just a giant human. So there's the big part. And then the beautiful part, son. Have you seen this hair, brother?
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
You got to let it flow. You got to take it out of the pony there.
Hang on now. I just got out of the shower. I'm going to have to save it for showtime.
Whoa. Yeah. What, can I ask, the third? You're the third?
I sure am. I was named after my father, and we obviously were named after his father. He was
Oh,
never he was killed when my dad was in the womb. So my dad never knew him, but his name was passed on. And then my dad obviously wanted to pass the name on, so he asked my mother if we could do that, and she was like, "Sure." I just hate the name James, so if we were to call him James, he's going to go by something else. And now here I am, 27 years old on this planet, going by J.R. Banks.
that's
Well,
pretty
holy
awesome.
crap! I didn't know his real name was James.
Yeah.
Brian, I can't give you the whole thing, like I'll let you piece things
Dang.
together.
There
You
we
got it
go.
right.
Okay. Well, man, I just never thought to ask. I was like, JR, it's got to be Junior. Okay. But never thought it was, you always
Every
go
every
by JR. No one ever calls you
Everybody
anything
calls me
else.
Junior, and I just like shrug Junior off. I don't care. But in my head, I'm like, I'm not Junior. I'm actually the third, but you can
Yeah.
have it.
Nice, man. And so obviously will this lineage pass on when you get older, when you have a young son? Will it be J.R. Banks the fourth?
Thought about that so much, and dude, absolutely, brother. How many fourths do you know? I think that's a cool thing. So
Yeah.
when that time does come in my life, if it does, then that's what I'd like to do.
That's
That's
nice,
awesome.
man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Question for you. Is Bam Bam Barberina a better friend or a better coach?
Oh,
Like I don't know. The older I've gotten, the more I don't like to super weigh things out. Like this is better or this is better. All I know is I cannot ask any more of this guy in any area of my life. Whatever I need, he shows up and goes above and beyond. So I'm not going to say he does this thing the best. Wherever I need him, that guy shows up. He's the man.
It's awesome, man.
thanks, JR.
Yeah,
Thanks.
dude.
What is the what has been, you're switching this focus now, and again, like I asked Chris before, UFC is the goal, taking this all the way. This, like, all of you guys, ATT, Asheville, this is the dream.
Um, so I kind of mentioned a little bit about my past, and I didn't exactly do the things I know in my heart that I could have done. So this is like, you get one life, man. So you need to go for something, bro. If I don't reach my goals, as long as I went for it, I'll be okay with that. But with that being said, man, in my heart, I look at the best guys in the world, and I know I belong. I want to be a world champion one day. I want to be the best athlete to ever come out of Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm from the Appalachian Mountains, bro. Like, it can be rough in certain areas. I want to be the greatest warrior ever to come from these mountains. So that's what's in my heart.
That's cool,
Yeah,
man.
that's great. Absolutely. Well, it's with that, like this mindset of, XFA and these fights coming up this weekend, where they've been looking for matchups. They've had matchups fall out for you guys. They're saying they'll get you guys someone. How do you keep that focus, keep that mindset strong moving forward into the weekend or into these next few days when you finally get that call of who you're going to be fighting?
Yeah, I hate to use this old cheesy term, but man, you gotta block out the noise, man. None of that shit matters. I am acting like I have a name, even though I don't. Sucks, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, this is a part of what we do. You have to be ready under any circumstances. When your name's called, you have to be ready, man. So I don't care about all the noise that's going on. I In my head, I have a match, I have a name, and when I show up, I will be ready for whoever steps up to the plate.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
actually, I
focus
love
on what
that.
I can't control. I don't focus on what I can control. I can't control. I'm not getting these yeses, people backing out. Like, none of that matters, dude. What matters, are you waking up every day? Are you doing your morning routine? Are you stretching? Are you doing your sauna? Are you doing your meal prep? I'm focused on all those things. And then when my moment comes, it'll come.
Awesome.
Because the thing is like, JR, you've got 8 fights, man. 6-2. You're coming off the win. Both you and Chris both won at Conflict MMA. I think it was called Conflict MMA.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Uh, so this is both your first time in this promotion. Conspiracy theory time, as I like to do it.
Yeah, I
XFA
got
is
a
trying to
tinfoil hat.
XFA is trying to screw over the ATT Asheville team by pulling this shenanigans. How can both of you not have a fight? Like, how does this even make sense?
The mistake will be
Um,
theirs. I'll tell you that. The
I think
mistake
it's
will be
just a
theirs.
simple. I just think it's a simple case of the promoter biting off more than they can chew. Like, all love and respect, not being ugly, but at the same time, like, I've heard over and over, like, we'll have you a match by the end of the day, and I've heard that multiple times within the past 4 weeks, you know. So I know they're doing everything they can, but at some point, if you bit off more than you can chew, you need to let everybody know. It's okay, man. Just communicate, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, at 6-2, you whoop this next guy's ass. 7-2. How long before you think a call gets made?
Are you talking about for the professional level?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. So we're kind of taking that day by day, man. I mean, our plan is we want to be a pro by the end of this year. There's a few things that could happen that might make it happen sooner. There's a few things that happen that could delay it, but ultimately, it's about taking things day by day, maximizing each day, and making good decisions. So when the time comes for me to go pro, my team will let me know. Like I have all the faith in the world, Brian. Bam Bam. I'm so lucky to have that guy in my corner inside of my community. I have Steve Montgomery. I have all these great names that have been there. They've done it. I don't need to act like I know everything. I have guys that have been there, and we will come together and make the right decision when it is time.
Yeah, and definitely, I think that time is sooner than later. That's for sure.
Man.
We've talked about this. We've talked about this before. Me and JR, Steve. His time is coming really soon. Knock off another win. Maybe two. But like you said, take it day by day. Take it fight by fight. See where we're at. What we need to work on. That way, when he does go pro, he's making some noise early on and making it to the show faster and at a higher level. So. Like definitely sooner than later for sure.
That's cool, man. Like Big Beautiful, it was an absolute honor to meet you, man. I can't wait to see where your career takes you. Again, I'll put the poster up, and I do hope that people tune in, man. Like on your social medias as well. Post it the minute you know that you've got a fight. Post it and tag us in it so that I can share it too. Because look, people want to know, man, who you're going to be whooping on. But it's XFA Fight Night 5 this Saturday, June 21st. Cage fights in Crossville, Tennessee. You don't want to miss it, man. Look, good luck to you, my friend. Last thing before we let you go, is there anything you want to say? Oh,
wait, there's a question that came in real quick for JR. It came in. It says, how long has Brian been carrying you in Brawl Stars?
Oh, no. Do you suck at that game?
Oh, dude, I didn't know we were going to do like a stand-up section in this, dude. Like I got a heating pad on my back right now because I've been carrying Brian up and down the mat, brother, all across the rankings.
Oh,
Brian, I'm tired, brother. I need some help, man.
Come on, what?
Terrible.
Hey, the shooting button, the fire button, it's the button in the bottom right corner, okay, brother?
Mm-hmm.
A little extra pressure. Tap, tap, tap.
Is he the guy that's just walking into walls and just like can't figure it
out? Come on,
jumping?
Whatever.
No, not at all.
Embarrassing. Look, man, all the best to you, my friend. Before we let you go, there is anything you want to say to the fans, viewers, and listeners that are for the first time meeting J.R. Banks III?
Whoever steps up, man. I live in deep waters. I hope you know how to swim. Everybody else, if you follow my journey, if you've been a part of the journey, I love and appreciate you. All glory to God. Tune in. We're going to do something special this weekend if somebody steps up. Timmy? Was it Timmy? Is that right?
Yeah, that's me, man.
All right. It was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for having me, man. And Brian, I appreciate this so much, brother.
Of course, man. Look, we got to do it again. You, Chris, the whole team, man. Anytime you guys have a fight that you want to promote, and this goes for anybody listening to the podcast too, man. Like amateur, pro, does not matter, man. We'll interview anybody. We just want to meet cool people and help you guys get out there. The thing is like, we want to make clips. Like we want to make video clips for you to share on your social medias, get popular, get that stuff, get known, man, because that's how your career grows and grows. And very excited to watch you fight, my man. Good luck.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Have a great day, y'all. Take care.
All right. Take care, man. See you later. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Boom. Bam, bam. That is it. We have met two of your fantastic prodigies. Look, is the third one coming or no? The third one's not coming.
I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
All right. Well, look, we do not like that guy and we hate him. So that's how that goes.
Sam would be the third. Sam Quebec, he's a great kid. He has a very high skill base. Started at a young age, so he's very well developed, good kid. Excited for him.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn. and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Actually, he's in the same situation. I really wish he could have made it. He had some other things that he messaged me and said he wasn't going to be able to make it last minute. But he's in the same situation too. You know, he had gotten a name, the guy backed out, got another name, and then all of a sudden he's out too. So you know, kind of the same situation with all the other guys, kind of crazy and random, like JR had mentioned. I think that the promoters just biting off more than he can chew, and you know, can't get it figured out. So Timmy B's conspiracy of the week, everybody. But
this happened.
If that's the choice this guy makes, he's going to be in for a rude awakening. And whoever he tries to match these guys up with last minute, they're going to be in some trouble. So,
I mean, what we don't want to see, right, is they go, all right, does anyone want to fight? And then these two giants that look like Ubering come with like their gills still stuck in their traps, and they just come juiced to the gills. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. The Smashville team is going to whoop their ass. But I'm just saying,
that's right.
Like, you know, it is a little bit weird, though. Like, I mean, how can you possibly be running a card this close into the event and not know who everybody is? Because how are these people training? How are they prepping? Like, when I used to train a lot, like for other sports, and in university, I took kinesiology. And like one of the things that we learned, we had this like Russian guy that was like very popular. He'd written a bunch of books, and his teaching was all about how to peak, you know, and how to train your body so that you can plan it so that when competition day comes or when the finals comes or whatever, your body is peaking. How the hell are these amateur fighters peaking if they don't even know that they're fighting in 3 days?
Well,
like,
I tell you what, our guys, they're going to be peaking at the right time. You know what I mean? We've been setting them up. We've been doing the training, doing the right things so that they do peak at this time. That's what I'm saying. Whoever they're going against, you know, whether they've been training or not, they don't know who they're going against, and they got some tough fights on their hands. That's for sure. So
it is.
I'm confident in these guys that they're going to go out there and you know, show up and show out. That's for sure. No matter who it is. I'm just praying that it all comes together right and how it's supposed to. So,
all right. Well, like I said, it's raining men. We still got one more guest for sure on his way, who's a BKFC fighter, a BKFC star from England, born in South Africa. Can't wait to see this guy. Before we get to him, Bam Bam, I'm going to go through some Friends of the Podcast updates. I got tons of Friends of the Podcast updates, so I'm going to go through all these with you here. First one up, next week on the show, Bam Bam, we've got two great guests lined up. I'm very, very excited. The first guest is the returning Destiny McCubbin, who makes her power slap debut. Bam Bam. Very excited for her. That is going to be crazy. So we got Destiny McCubbin. And then along with Destiny McCubbin next week, first time guest on the podcast, your friend, former training partner. The man that ruined the bantamweight division, Mario Batista, defeated.
He's upset a lot of people.
He has ruined a lot of plans that were in the universe. You know what I mean? But he's going to be coming on the podcast. So I'm so excited for that, Bam Bam, because I've never been able to meet him before. But thanks to you, we are going to meet him. This fight is coming up. I think this will be the day after this podcast releases. It is the women's flyweight semifinals for PFL. Jenna Bishop shares a birthday with me, Bam Bam. She's part of the Feb.22 crew. Jenna Bishop fights in the semifinals. And on the other side of the brackets, two-time guest of the podcast, the bantamweight champion, the Bellator champion, Liz Gorilla Carmouche. She is fighting as well. So look, Bam Bam.
Yep.
All things work out for me in a perfect world. Jenna and Liz both win. They both meet in the finals, and it will be a glorious day for Fight Insight as we will see one of our two friends get that 500K. And both of them, congratulations to them. I can't wait to see them.
Yes. Also to add to that, I think you said this will air right before this weekend, right?
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Magic Mike Hamill, is fighting on that PFL card, making his PFL debut. He was in the Bellator before. He's been out a little bit, recovering from some injuries that had happened. He's 100% now, feeling great, really looking to get back in there and put on a show. So pump for him on the PFL card, Mike Hamill.
So that's Magic Mike Hamill, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So wait a second. What is he fighting in on the PFL card if he's making his debut? Aren't they in the semifinals? How does this work?
Unless he stepped in for Is it just
right.
the tournament that weekend or what?
Nobody knows, Bam Bam, because it's PFL.
Yeah, come on.
No,
yeah. The truth is, yeah.
But but here's the thing. Could you imagine if your buddy is getting slotted in, he could win one fight, be in the finals, and then fight for the 500K?
I don't know.
Is that how that works? What weight class is he? Not to put you on the spot, but do you know what weight class he's in?
155.
Okay, hold on. Let me take a quick look. This is good podcasting here as we do this live. 155. No. Okay, hold on. Scratch all that, man. I don't think he's in the tournament. So maybe he's fighting in like a one-off fight. Because unless things have changed. But whatever. Who cares? Maybe he's fighting in an alternate fight.
You know what? I'll message him and ask him.
It doesn't matter. Magic Mike Hamill, he's going to be fighting. So check out that fight as well. Look, that's going to be an exciting night of fights, man. That's on ESPN, ESPN Plus, whatever, on Friday. Friday night fights is always good, right? Because it's not busy. You're not already watching UFC. So that is good. Yeah. What else do we got? In a few weeks, this former guest of the podcast should be coming back on. Boom! Marcus McGee. He gets the fight of his life, Bam Bam. At 10-1, he has done so incredible in the UFC. He gets matched up with Peter Yan.
Yeah, that's an awesome matchup. I love that. Great opportunity for him. Obviously a high-level guy, high up on the rankings. This is an opportunity for him to get this win and be right there for the title shot. So,
dude, that's
excited for him.
Crazy for the maniac, Marcus McGee. Man, I cannot wait. He is one of the nicest dudes. What is so funny,
he's awesome. He's awesome.
Is good people attract good people, and it's so funny because knowing you're such a good guy, and then whenever I see the people that you're friends with, it's oh, these are all really good people. It's so funny, But Maniac Marcus McGee, man, what a great dude, and I can't wait to see him. Dude, he is going to whoop Peter Yan, and then he's going to get that title shot, and it's going to be glorious. I cannot wait.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
More friends of the podcast news. I'm just going over news. This is a very weird one. I don't think we talked about this. This is Jenilyn Olson, the graceful Jenilyn Olson. She's a 1FC atomweight fighter. 1FC strawweight fighter. Great fighter. Okay. Suddenly she puts a poster up. She's fighting on UFC Fight Pass in a boxing debut. What the hell has happened to 1FC, Bam Bam? I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
But you can't be out boxing if you're under contract for 1FC. So I don't know what the heck's happened to her, whether they've let her go, whether she's a great fighter. 1FC.
Maybe she asked. Maybe she asked to go.
No. First of all, you know how Shatri is in 1FC and all the stuff with Karate Combat. They're not sharing their people with anybody. So here we go. Timmy B's second conspiracy of the week. I really believe, Bam Bam, that 1FC is dropping all their women's divisions. I really feel like they are just letting them all go because they have not been keeping up with their roster. They have not been putting out a lot of fights. I know that another good friend of the podcast, Celeste the Best Hansen, in the Muay Thai bracket, she won their road to 1. She was doing well. She had lost a couple of fights. Then her last fight, she whoops ass. And then next thing I see on her Instagram, she's fighting in some other random organization in Thailand. And I'm like, has 1FC let you go too? I don't know. I think ONE FC has dropped all their women fighters. I think it is, a real problem with them, but it seems like they've lost everybody. Anyways, next on the Friends of the Podcast update, we got 2 fighting on Combate Global. This will be the day this podcast comes out, so hopefully you're listening to it on the day it comes out. Tune in on YouTube, Combate Global. We've got former multi-time guest of the podcast, Katniss Caitlin Neal. She's a former The Ultimate Fighter show contestant. She's a great person. Her Instagram is fire. Bam Bam. This girl is funny as shit. She puts out some incredibly funny content, man. She was injured for a while, so she hasn't fought in a while. She's coming back to Combate Global. And then on the right-hand side, you will see Melissa Mamba Amaya. I just met her doing an interview on Millions. I haven't had her on the podcast yet, but this girl is funny as heck too. Very, very personable. But she is built like she is shredded. This girl is a monster fighter. And she's fighting in Combate Global, so I'm very excited for her too. Cool. I don't think those two are fighting one another. If they are, I'll feel bad, but I don't think so.
You don't know for sure?
I don't know for sure, but when I spoke to Amaya, when I spoke to Lamamba, she said she was fighting a Brazilian girl. And Katniss is American, so I don't think that's it. But anyways, look, that's all the Friends of the Podcast update, so that's very exciting.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Yes.
Lots of great fights to watch, Bam Bam. Now,
absolutely.
I do want to open up this thing because I got a package in the mail.
Oh.
And I believe that this
surprise,
is our
surprise.
Yeah, I think this is our sponsor for the day. So I am going to open up this bad boy. I have not looked at this. ASMR, Bam Bam, is what the kids call it.
ASMR?
That's where like you watch videos and like you hear the,
Really? I didn't know that.
No, you're not into that? You're such an old man. All right, here we go.
I am an old man.
What are we getting in here? Oh, all right, hold on. Oh, damn. 2 boxes, Bam Bam. These people are treating me nice.
Oh, goodies on the way.
All right.
Here.
Well, I do want to say thank you to this company. This is Shroom Bar. You see that?
Cool.
So this is very interesting, man. I spoke to the owner of this. His name is Tommy. Great guy. It's a protein bar, 12 grams of protein, but it's got 2,000 milligrams of mushroom blend per bar. So this is like super healthy stuff, man. And it's got all these like mushrooms and stuff like that. Hold on. 1 bar is 230 calories, 12 grams of protein. Is that a lot, Bam Bam? I don't know.
12 grams is a good amount.
12 grams is a good amount?
Yeah, in a little bar.
Yeah, let me open this bad boy up and see, and then I'm going to taste it live, Bam Bam, and if it's terrible...
Oh! We will know by your facial expression.
I will be on. Oh, I like this. This is pretty cool. Look at this. Here we go. So I'll put the link up to this too, man.
Yeah, I like the packaging. Cool packaging.
Yeah, can you see it well? Is it okay?
Mushroom bar.
Yeah.
Mushroom bar.
Let's try this. I don't know what the flavor is here. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah, does it say the flavor?
Tastes like mushrooms. It's very chocolatey.
Let's see. Okay.
See that? Like very chocolatey.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this smells good. Smells like good. Smells really good. Smells like do you ever have that chocolate bar Eat More? Do you have that in America? Eat More? It's like a chewy kind of thing. Oh, this smells it smells like a chocolate.
Okay, so first 2 are good. The appearance, and then smell is good. All right, here we go.
Whoa. Holy crap. This is really good, man. Well, I would never believe that this is healthy. I'll tell you that.
Can you taste the mushrooms?
You know what I think it is? I think that because they're using like the mushrooms and stuff, you don't get that like protein powder taste. You know, when you get that like chalkiness.
Yeah.
No, this is really good. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much to Shroom Bar. Go check them out. I should have had their website ready. I'm going to assume it is shroombar.com, but if not, check the show notes and I'll put the link up to them, man. Go check that out. Wow. This is very, very good. I get so sick of my protein bars, Bam. Especially when I was training and stuff, you know, when you'd like have almost like one protein bar a day or whatever to keep up your protein. You don't get jacked. You don't get jacked like this for nothing. You know what I mean? And wow, that is very good. All right, Bam. Our guest now is a bare knuckle fighter and a good friend of the podcast who next competes at BKFC 77 Tierney versus Christie on June 28th in Birmingham. He is the co-main event of the evening. We last saw him way back on episode 131. We're so excited to have this South African-born fighter back on the show. But, Bam, I'm going to tell you right now, if this guy even hints at saying hello to my wife, I will kick him off the podcast and ban him for the rest of my life. I do not care how cool he is. This is Chazzy Boy, Chaz, Bad News Wasserman.
What's happening, guys? How you doing?
Good.
There you are, my man. What's up?
What's going on?
How is Chaz Wasserman doing today?
He's good. Had a good double session today, so feeling strong, feeling good, ready. Yeah.
Nice.
Timmy, just by the way, tell your wife I say hi.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. For those that don't know, back on episode 131, look, my wife was so happy because we saw you fight back at the, Crystal Palace 2 years ago, maybe 2023. Bam, I will recount this for you, my man. We're there, my wife. It's kind of like our honeymoon trip almost, but I got tickets to go to see BKFC because BKFC is such an amazing organization. We go there. My wife's like, I'm not watching this. This stuff is insane. Like, she never likes to watch it. All these lunatics come out to fight after fight. They're crazy. And then suddenly this son of a bitch comes out looking all glamorous and good looking and whatever. Doesn't look like any of the other fighters. You know what I mean? And my wife is like, whoa, like, who is this guy? And then so this bastard. So I know she's happy you're back on the show, man. Chaz Wasserman, look, I'm very happy for you because here's one thing. I saw you fight 2 years ago. Super fan of yours from that moment onwards. Have you on the show. You're such a great dude. You got us the interview with Dricus Duplessis. So
I told you I'd do it.
You did.
That was you, man. And here's the thing I'll say too. Have you on the podcast is like 2 years ago. I've had like 4, 5 different co-hosts, multiple guest co-hosts. The one time you come on, Bam was subbing in as my co-host.
Yep. I now remember. And now we got him back.
Hakuna Matata. But now he's my permanent co-host.
Oh, I love that, bro. Love that.
It's absolutely crazy. The gang is back together. First, I want to comment. This tank top of yours. This is a Chaz Wasserman Bad News tank top?
Bad news.
That's awesome.
I like this a lot. What's on the back?
Yeah.
So actually on the back, I don't know if you can see, I've got the South African.
That is awesome.
It says built different.
What does it say? What does it say at the top?
At the top, so it's still it's my name, so Chaz Bad News, and then it's got the South African fingerprints, and then at the bottom it says built different.
Dude, I love that. Awesome, where do we get this tank top?
Bro, I'm gonna release merch pretty much like after this fight. So I'm gonna be like putting stuff online, and then I'm gonna obviously start releasing it because I made a few like kind of hoodies, tops, caps, things like that. So I'm gonna release all of that after fight nights, you know.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable pocket hose copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free pocket pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Dude, I love it. Make sure you tag us. Tag us in the promotion and stuff because I'm going to share it. I'm buying one of these guys as well.
You don't have to buy anything. One's definitely coming your way and yours, Bam Bam. 100%. Just send me sizes.
Dude, I love it, man. Can I just say, here's the one thing that I like about your branding here. It doesn't have your face on it, and it doesn't have like a weird photo. You know what I mean? Like some people put like odd photos, but this is like really cool, man, because I like it's just like bad news. People won't necessarily know what it is.
It's just like it's supporter tees, isn't it? It's just like really obviously representing the name. Like, you know, my name Bad News has followed me throughout my whole fighting career, so I've pretty much turned it into a brand now, you know. So I figured it's nice. So you see people walking around Bad News, you know, people feel badass as all wearing it.
Yeah, I like it, man. Good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think Timmy B just pulled a little dig on me though, because I have a couple shirts that have my face on them, and he always gets upset. His wife gets upset because he wears it to bed sometimes, and she has to look at my face. No, but dig on me. All right, I get it.
No. But that is that's true because when I
putting it now.
Yeah, because when I wear it around, my wife's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you wearing Bam Bam's face around?" So it's hard for me to wear it. You know what I mean? Like,
I get that though. Listen, I get that. Wearing another dude's like face, like it's weird. You know what I mean? Like I think name is a different thing. Do you know what I mean? Name is a brand. You know, everyone affiliates all the name. You know, so I mean that makes sense. And that's what I thought about it. I was like, I mean, listen, as good looking as I am, not everybody's gonna want to wear that top. You know?
Exactly. You know, that's the
probably
problem.
More so than mine. That's for sure.
Before we get into like a bunch of different things, I do want to ask. I forget if when you were on the show the first time, my idea with actually Caitlin Katniss Neal, who's fighting like when this podcast comes out today on Combate Global, she finally makes her return. Her and I were saying we want to make a reality show, and I forget if I think I asked you, Chaz.
Yes.
The MMA dating reality show, right? We want to have it like on an island or something like that. And Chaz was one of the first guests that I said, would you do it? What's your relationship status now? Bad News.
No, listen, I mean, I've been single for a while now, purely because I've been chasing dreams. I've been chasing my goals. And, you know, Bam Bam, as you know, as a fighter, if you want to be at this level and you want to make it and be serious about it, unfortunately, there's no time for that kind of stuff, you know, and also distractions. So I've been very focused for the last 3 years. I've really been putting my heart and my soul into my career. And I guess it's kind of like paid dividends in a sense to like look at where we are at the moment, and we still continue to grow and climb. But, you know, like I'm not obviously, you know, saying I'm not going to ever find love. Hopefully I do. But right now, for me, I'm all about chasing my dreams and my goals, because as you know, as a fighter, we have a shelf life in this game. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, not that I'm short of offers. It's been tempting. But listen, for me, I'm a very focused and driven individual, you know, and I think the last thing I need is distraction, especially whilst I'm trying to climb that ladder and pursue. And also, to be honest with you, this lifestyle, Bam Bam, I'm sure you can also vouch for this. This life is not for everybody. You know, It's not for everybody. You know, we go to the hospital all the time. We've got cuts, bruises, broken bones, and also, you know, we're training all the time. It's not a life, I think, it's not for everybody. Do you know what I mean? So that again it's also been a problem. So I think right now for me, it's just been, you know, focusing on the goal at hand and kind of just getting to where I want to be, you know?
Absolutely. Your love life is the fight game right now.
Literally, yeah, exactly.
You gotta be in love with it, baby.
Fight game, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. I really like that answer because it's deep and it shows that you have a lot of thought and a lot of consideration as well, because you don't want to like ruin someone else's
Yeah, but like it's the truth.
You know what I mean?
If you know for a fact, like it's very time consuming, and you've barely got energy at the end of the day. Bam Bam is crazy. Like so you must. How women are, they're very needy and demanding.
Yeah.
So when we get home, I'm broken. I just want to sleep. I'm tired. You know what I mean? Now we got to go on date nights, and
Yeah.
No, and then half the time I'm like in pain. So like, no. But listen, needless to jokes aside, I think of course we all want to find love out there. But yeah, right now, straight, I'm 100% married to this game. It's my be all and end all, and it's my love, it's my passion. And for me, I've got goals, I've got ambitions, and for me, I'm on that road to that winning that belt. And for me, that's where it's at right now. And then for me, I know I'll always find love out there, whatever. I know there's somebody out there for me, but right here, right now, I need to stay focused,
Yeah. Talking about goals, we're at this co-main event spot. It's been a journey.
Baby.
I know that's got to be one of the goals is, obviously get co-main, then headline next, then title next, so.
Oh man, I got goosebumps, man. It gives me shivers. It's so surreal. It's so crazy. It's obviously we can only dream, and we want to headline our own events, and we just being a co-main on such a big card. Tierney and Christie, absolute giants in the industry. They are as tough as they come. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. They are absolute. Not only are they amazing individuals, each to their own, but they honestly are giants in the sport, and just to be co-maining them is just it's phenomenal. Just it's amazing. It's just that's surreal. I had this conversation with a few friends of mine, and I was just like, it's a pinch me moment. I've been in this industry. I've been with BKFC. I think we're going on my 3rd year. This is my 4th fight in, and it just gets bigger each and every single time. And I think, that in itself is like testimony, like to show, I've had everybody message me and be like, Chaz, you don't take easy fights, do you? I said, no. I'm not in this game to take easy fights. I'm not here to fight, journeyman. I'm not in here to fight. I want to fight the best of the best at the peak, because when I win that belt, you can go to my resume and say, damn, Chaz fought X, Y, and Z. And be like, now we know why he's the champ. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's what it's about. And also when I hang up my gloves, so to speak, I just, I want to leave a legacy, be like, that was a bad motherfucker. Wow. I want to be known as one of the baddest motherfuckers on this planet. Do you know what I mean? So, I never walked an easy path. I don't want to choose an easy path. I don't believe in that. And also, I want to showcase how talented I am and how big my heart is. And I want to fight the best of the best because I want to be the best.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm proud of you, dude. Seeing this guy fight Bam Bam, it's so incredible. Here's the thing, though, Chaz. You've been active, right? You've been getting fights. Last year, you had 2 fights. There's a lot of BKFC fighters, people that we had on this podcast. They can't get fights. So
that's such a testimony. I think I'm blessed. I'm grateful that they keep bringing me back and wanting to. So obviously, they like what I do. I think I was actually again having this conversation with the fact that they keep inviting me back. Clearly I must be doing something right then. But it's so true. I'm grateful.
No, they must love your style, everything, your presence, everything.
Yeah, man.
I like because each fight gets bigger and better, literally, So, I was saying I've literally only fought champions, the guys that I fought to ex-BKFC champion, then they were the British champion, BYB, BKB, all champions. Literally all the guys that I fought have been champs, every single one of them. So,
yeah.
And
it just keeps leveling you up, man. And
now we're going on to fight the next world champion. You know what I mean? So boxing world champion. So yeah, man, that's what it's all about. It's about going to that next level, raising the bar, and that's what I want. And those are the fights I'm after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be able to get these fights? What does it mean to you that they keep giving you these spots and these opportunities?
No, it means everything. I think coming from humble beginnings, coming from a 3rd world country, in South Africa, fighting at the highest level there, which pretty much isn't even really recognized worldwide and on a global stage. I think having to leave the country there and try and make it out, on your own with no friends, no supporters, no family, coming out and you're on your own to try and make it on one of the biggest stages in the world. I think getting to the level that I'm at, I think it's a pinch me moment. It means everything to me, you know, being one of the very few from my country to do it on such a big stage. One of the fastest growing sports in the world, one of the toughest, if not the toughest sports in the world, you know, on the highest level. So yeah, it means so much to me. I think, you know, going through so much, coming through, you know, I've had a lot happen throughout the years, you know, so much has happened really. You know, I came out of, needless to say, I mean, I was in prison in 2022. You know, coming out of there, that was tough, you know, trying to keep that kind of momentum. And then also, again, like I said, coming through the ranks in South Africa from a third world country without any kind of backing from a country, you know, it means so much to now co-main events on one of the biggest stages, in one of the biggest events in the UK, one of the biggest stages in the world. It's just, it's unbelievable. It means everything to me. You know, I'm fighting not only for myself, but for my family, but for my country, you know?
Yeah. Well, look, man, I did not know that about your background. Is that something that you share with people? Do people know that?
Well, they don't really, you know, nobody really knows because, I mean, everybody goes on my social media and they think I've had an easy life. They think you know, I just, you know, I clicked my fingers and I made it. You know, people don't see that I've literally fought my whole life to get to where I am right now. You know, I fought through adversity. I fought through struggle. I fought through, you know, obstacles, like, you know, so much that I've literally fought. And I just stayed consistent and I believed, I backed myself and I never gave up. You know, I've literally fought my way to the top, you know, so there's not a lot of people that know my backstory. But yeah, I mean, I lost my father. I don't know if I touched on it, in a previous podcast, but I lost my father when I was 3. You know, my mom had to raise 4 kids on her own. I've literally had to help her from a young age. I stopped boxing for a while to work in order to support my family, and then only to go back into boxing a little bit later, and then again still try and compete with, you know, the world talent that we have, and you know, outside of South Africa. So it's a whole different ball game. So you know, coming here, not having anybody and trying to make it, you know, it was tough. So yeah, I think, you know, to be where I am now, it's surreal. I literally say it's a pinch me moment. You know, every time I'm 3 years in this company and I still got to pinch myself because I can't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Your family must be so proud of you, man, for doing everything that you're doing and for being the gentleman that you are now, you know, because like from everything that you've had to go through and traverse to be able to come out the other side and be like this, that's pretty crazy.
Your path could have gone a completely different way, and because you're persistent in the goals and everything, you know,
you've got a choice in life. I think, you know, they either make you or they break you. You either play victim or you use it as fuel, motivation. You know, for me, everything that ever happened to me and that I went through, I used as motivation, you know, to honestly to get me to where I am. I think I've got a positive attitude and I'm a very driven individual, and I'm not one to play victim. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, cool, that happened, sweet. Okay, well, let's deal with it. We get over it, and let's make, you know, let's just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's been my attitude, and it's because of that attitude that I kind of got to where I am. Do you know what I mean? So it's just never giving up and always back myself, and I believe in myself. And it's just I needed the opportunity to prove that to the world, which I did. I think it was my first one, is BKFC 37. And yeah, needless to say, from there on, you know, it's been an absolute kind of blessing. Blood, sweat, and tears. You know, I fought my way to get to where we are now.
What do you owe this Chaz Wasserman? What got you to this? Like, who do you owe gratitude to for becoming this man?
I mean, listen, life humbles you, and I think everything that's happened to me, you know, taught me a lesson. You know, along the way, you know, it's been a journey. It's been an absolute journey, and I think, you know, everything that's happened to me, I've taken something away to be a better person, and I've just made that decision to who I want to be and how I want to be. And it's so funny you say it, because I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and I just don't want the stigma or the stereotype, you know, surrounding BKFC fighters, bare knuckle fighters, because we're so mainstream, you know, who we are, on camera and on social media. It's not who we are behind closed doors. We can still be great ambassadors for the sport. We can still be great sportsmen. We're good people. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean we're hooligans and, we're Neanderthals. Do you know what I mean? So, so, everything that's ever happened to me, I've just made the decision that, I just want to be a professional and, just be an ambassador and a role model and an inspiration for not only people from my country who weren't afforded the opportunity, but for people around the world. I also want them to view South Africa very differently, because everybody has their own thoughts on the country and there's so much that happens there, but it's really not all that bad, and I don't want people to think, oh, they're from South Africa, they must be crazy or whatever they must be, what I mean?
Yeah, just because Chaz Bad News Wasserman is crazy doesn't mean everybody is. Like he's the outlier, right? Like that's
exactly just a little crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But your social media, it's funny because was it yesterday or today you posted something saying, "Hey, I'm off social media. That's it. I'm focusing on the goddamn fight. That's where I'm gonna be. That's what I'm doing." How important was that for you to be able to disconnect like that? I don't know that I've ever seen you do that before. So what was the decision?
I've never done that. I literally haven't done that because I really feel I feel focused. I'm really in the zone. I've been training so hard, and I just feel like I just needed to disconnect, to reconnect with myself, just bring it all in, and just kind of get aligned and give me that tunnel vision. At the task at hand now. So just a little bit of a disconnect, just kind of from the world and everybody. I mean, funny enough, when I posted that, I had so many people comment and and just with regards to, proud of you. And so, I just feel like sometimes we just need to take a step back and just really focus, and it's fine. And it's been absolutely great. It's doing exactly what I need to be, I need to do what needs to be done. Yeah. It's giving me that focus, because I find myself on social media and listening to this and, watching this, and then it's reading comments and this and so I just thought, just go off for a bit, just really, get into that tunnel.
Yeah. Lock in.
Yeah. I like that, man. I like that because it's important for you to be able to focus on what this dream is. Like you said, you're married to the game. This is what your life is right now. And so you've got to focus and you need to get rid of those distractions. So that's a pretty cool, thing to do. I do appreciate you doing that. But I think
it's harder than people think, honestly.
It is. It is. Dude, it is.
Do you know? I think most people think that I can get off of it for a week, a couple days, whatever, and then hours go by, and next thing you know, they're scrolling on it, looking at reels, whatever. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's it's not an easy thing to do, especially nowadays. And the fact that, like what you said, you want to be real locked in. You're locked in on the fight, on what's next. And people just don't realize that's a harder task to do than they expect.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. It's nice that you get it though. Yeah, but for me, it's an easy, easy thing to give up, because for me, like I said, I don't live my life for social media. I'm very active and present on it because I know I need to be. We're showmen at the end of the day. We sell fights and all of this, but for me, it doesn't run my life. Who I am on social media is not who I am in private life, actually. So you got to kind of separate the two. So, needless to say, I just wanted to take some time out. I just wanted to get the press conference out there, which we did. That went well. That was good. Just build a little bit of hype for the fights, and then I just thought, let me just go off. I'll go back on kind of like maybe fight week or so, see how I'm feeling. But it's a nice little kind of moment for me to just disconnect and focus on this last week of training.
Yeah, man. Take all the time you need and just hone in on that win. What I will say is, this is the world we live in, man. My wife got mad at me because we were at a restaurant and I had to take a photo of this family that was sitting behind us. Like, I actually got up out of my table to take the photo. Have I shown you this?
Oh, really?
Okay.
No,
my wife was getting so mad because I was trying to take a selfie, but get the people behind me because I couldn't believe that this was happening. and my wife's like, "You're an idiot. Like, stop doing that." I'm like, "Screw this. I'm going to pretend I'm going to the washroom. And as I come back, I'm going to take the photo," because this is what I see all the time. But this was such a bad example. This family comes in, 5 people. It looks like the dad is not here at this point, but it's the mom, it's the mom, the dad, and the grandparents, right? And a kid. And the minute they come in, this is what it is. I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
They just all immediately head down, go into their cell phones, no talking to each other from minute one. They order food and they're just on their phone while they're eating. A family of 5.
That's wild. It's just so wild. Yeah, people are literally addicted to it. It's so crazy. So have you ever heard that saying, you got to disconnect to connect? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard that, honestly, but that's awesome.
The only positive thing was when I looked at their cell phones, they were all on Chaz Wasserman's Instagram. So that was pretty cool. I was like, all right, I like that. But look, man, here's the thing. I asked people, and I don't know that I've asked this to you because I feel like I started this maybe after I interviewed you the first time, but I've been asking all my guests. I have no clue how long we're going, by the way, because we interviewed people, then we're on pause. So I don't know how bad I am on time.
It's so good.
My mom used to ask me this question my whole life growing up, and I want to ask it to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
Oh, you have asked me that actually before.
Okay.
For me, it's always, it's going to be a 10. Again, I'm a very positive person. I'm a happy guy. I'm living my dream. I'm literally day to day. I've got the career I've always wanted and loved. So I couldn't be more blessed and happier in life. I've got a lot of love and support and people that I'm surrounded by that are, I'm very blessed to have in my life, and got great friends like you guys. So supporting me from across the world, which I really appreciate. And thank you so much for having me on again. Honestly, it means so much to me. Appreciation to all of you guys. But yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you so much, Sim, for asking.
Dude, of course, man. And look, the thing is, there's some people, Bam Bam, and we talk about this every now and then. There's some people where they're guests of the podcast, and then I really feel like we're friends. You know what I mean? I feel like we develop a good relationship. Bam Bam was just a guest on my show. That's how and now we're friends.
So
and now we're co-hosts.
Now you're permanent. It's actually wild.
So it's so weird, but Chaz, you're the same thing too, man. Sometimes I don't even want to bother you. You know what I mean? Sometimes I see that you have a fight coming up or something. I'm like, should I ask him to come back on the podcast? But I'm
no, I love it. Listen, I love it.
You know what I mean?
You're very different. You're one of the special ones. I love every time we chat. Honestly, it's amazing catching up. You've been amazing. You always have been, and every time we speak, it's such a joy. I really enjoy it all the time. You're one of the easiest podcasts to be on. Do you know what I mean? Which I love. So.
Well, it's because the guest makes it good, man. Here's the thing. You touched on Drickus a little bit, but I do want to say, because when we met, the first time we talked, he was not champion yet.
No.
Then
he was fighting. I think he was fighting Adesanya.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we had him on the podcast before he got the title, right? As a South African now, once he obtained the title, did that change things for you as a South African fighter? Did that do anything?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it does, because it gives me kind of more motivation and drive to now be a champion in my sport, at the highest level. I mean, listen, I don't know if you've seen lately, but South Africa's taking over. We're winning. I mean, we're pretty much in every major sport on this planet, and we're dominating. If we're not pretty much champions or first, we're not far behind. So yeah, I think with that being said, and also I've known Drickus for so long. Do you know what I mean? We fought in the same federation, EFC, back in South Africa. We've so again, you don't understand, coming from where we come from to getting to where we are, it's monumental. Do you know what I mean? It's huge. It means so much, because here we are, third world country, without any backing, any kind of supports, and going out there, being that 1%, from a country, and then going to make it on such a big stage against the best of the best in the world. I mean, that's just, you know what I mean? It's unheard of. So there's really a handful of South Africans that have made it, on these big stages, and that are representing the world and are becoming champions. And so yeah, we've had to fight through a lot to come through a lot to get to where we are. So for me, with him winning the belt, I mean, it just gives me even more drive and fuel to kind of be a champion in this sport. So we can take over this sports as well as the MMA game, and then rugby, and then we just keep just collecting trophies and belts.
Everything. You son of a gun. Look, man, I'm going to be really happy for you when you get that title shot, man, and when you claim that gold, because look, gold's going to look good around the waist of Chaz Wasserman. You know what I mean? But God damn it. Put those down. Put those away. Bam Bam. Is there anything that you want to ask this man before I ask him one last thing?
Man, I just want to say it's always great talking to you. I'm glad I was here for the first time. Now the second time. I'm looking forward to the future. Before your title fight that's coming to you, I know it will. Like you said, you're driven, you're locked in. I mean, nothing but the best for you, man. I'm really glad to talk to you, and it's always been a pleasure.
Thanks, Bam Bam. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you. And Chaz, before I ask you something, before you go, is there anything that you want to say or get off your chest or say to the fans, viewers, and listeners?
Yeah, I just want to say to you, firstly, again, one more time, thank you so much for having me on again. And then just to the world, like Jika says, hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. And, I just want to say thank you to each and every single person from across the world, not just South Africa, for all the love and the support. And love to my family, big respect to all my coaches. And just tune in. June 28th, there's going to be an absolute cracker. That card is unbelievable. It's one of the best cards I've actually seen BKFC put on, which is wild. Just to be a part of that part of history. I'm just super grateful. Tune in. It's going to be an absolute war.
Dude, it's going to be absolutely great. What is the phrase that you said that Drickus says? What did you say?
Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
What does that mean?
It means they don't know what we know in Afrikaans.
Okay. That's awesome.
Damn. Wait, how do you say it again? Say it slowly.
Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
No, wow. I'm not even going to try it. But
dude, that's awesome.
Dude, if there's two things that I'm terrible at is music. I have zero rhythm, cannot play a musical instrument for the life of me, and language. Dude, I cannot pick up a language at all. Like zero.
Yeah, Afrikaans isn't exactly the easiest language.
Jeez Louise. Look, man, I will say one last thing. I know you said that you're out of the relationship thing and you're not waiting for love. It's so funny, though. There's a girl that I know that I've had on this podcast that I feel you two would be like a perfect match. You don't understand? I want to play
Matchmaker Timmy.
I'm telling you, Bam Bam, this relationship would be perfection. They would have the most beautiful babies.
Who's that, Timmy?
I can't. Well, you just said no. I'm not going to ruin this girl's life when you're saying you're not going to date her. But I will say, when you're open to it, you hit me up, man, because I feel like there's someone good, and she's a fighter, so she knows the life.
Geez,
so she knows the life. You know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah. So look,
Timmy the matchmaker. Think you're in the wrong profession, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I was gonna rig my Netflix show so that you guys would win it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna rig all the games for you two.
I love that.
Look, man, thank you so much for joining the podcast. I really appreciate it. I apologize if my camera is a little bit glitchy. I don't know what the hell.
Nah, it's so good.
There's always some sort of problem. Yes. But look, dude, congratulations on the fight, man. Congratulations on your life. Congratulations on what you've been doing. It's an honor to be your friend, man. It's an honor that you come on this podcast. I really, really do appreciate it. Absolutely. Look, guys, go watch it. I put up the picture a few times. I put it up before you were here as well, Chaz, but there it is again, June 28th, BKFC. You idiots, if you don't watch BKFC, you're absolute fools. Honestly, it is a show unlike anything else, man. And if you are there, if you are in, where is this? Because it's not where I saw you. This is in Birmingham.
Birmingham. It's going to be in Birmingham, okay. Yeah.
Is Birmingham a safe place, or is it a bunch of hooligans?
Yeah, it's so much better. And
because where I saw you, I almost died 5 times.
Yeah, that was different. No, Birmingham's this. So we've sold out the NEC BP Live Arena. I think we're actually adding more tickets now as well. So it's going to be a sold out event. It's unreal.
Dude, my wife and I want to go back to London too, and I swear to God, I'm not lying when I say this. I go, we should wait for another Chaz Wasserman fight and then book it around that time. So you know what it might be? It might be for your goddamn title fight.
Yeah, baby. Yes. Yeah, come on, chef season.
It'll be amazing, man. Look, guys, if you can get there, man, if you can get to Birmingham and watch the fight, nothing like live fights, no matter where you are, man. And here's the thing, Chaz, since I met you, I am now a commentator for Fight League Atlantic on the East Coast of Canada. So
Love
guess
that.
what? One day I'm gonna commentate your fight. That's
Oh,
the
that
dream,
would be amazing. But listen, I want to come out to Canada as well, so I'm gonna come and see you. Definitely.
dude. Definitely, man. Like, what you should do is come out to the East Coast and watch some fights with me.
That'd be great.
I'd watch
love
these
to.
young
That'd
kids,
be
man.
amazing.
These guys are killers. Look, dude, guys, thank you so much for joining the podcast. Chaz Wasserman, man. Absolute pleasure to see you, man. Next week on the podcast, Mario Batista, the man that beat Patchy Mix, and Destiny McCubbin, who competes for the first time at Power Slap. Are you into that stuff, Chaz, or is that stupid to you?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's the stupidest sport in the world. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Honestly, I don't even know why Dana's even backed at it. I think it's the stupidest thing ever invented.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of it either, but our friend Destiny McCubbin wants to do it, so I'm going to support her. We had an Englishman, Darren Godfrey. We had him on the podcast. They're nice people, man. These guys are athletes. They're real fighters.
Yeah, man, listen, it doesn't take away from anybody being nice, but I think it's stupid. It's just dumb. Bam Bam, what do you think, bro? As a fighter.
Oh, boy. Put me on the spot. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it at all.
That's really how bad it is.
Oh, you
have no interest. I haven't watched it. Really have no interest in watching it. So, I mean, to the athletes and the people we've had on the podcast, I mean, like we said, great people. They are athletes. They are doing, they have fought in other organizations, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, all that as well too. It's on them for, going for where the money is, obviously, there's opportunity there for that. But yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like my kind of thing. So
yeah, it's not my kind of thing either.
All you got to do, you got to win that coin flip, and then you gotta knock that bastard out so that you never take a slap. I mean, that's the dream, right? But the thing on that card that's next week, Destiny McCubbin makes her debut, and another former guest of the podcast, actually co-host of the podcast, Jeslyn Michelle. She's a pro wrestler / MMA fighter. She's making her debut on that card as well, and I'm like, oh my god! Like, I mean, they're getting people to do it. Like, these aren't bums off the street, too, Chaz. Like, these are legit.
It's wild.
It's the fact that, like, what that Darren Godfrey guy said that he had 1 billion people watch the clip.
What? Yeah, he had a clip that went viral, and he had it was either like 1 billion or like 500 million. It was crazy.
It's where he slaps the guy and the guy gets knocked out, slams his head on the pad.
Yeah, goes forward, hits the pad, and then falls back. And I'm gonna
go and check it out on YouTube actually.
Darren Godfrey. Go check it out.
Yeah, Darren Godfrey, man. He hasn't even won a coin flip ever. He's always got slapped first too. Like, it's insane. Like, he gets slapped, and then the next one he gets to go finally, and he freaking KOs him.
Yeah, that's the way, man. All right, guys, that is the end of the show, man. So thank you guys so much for joining. Next week, again, 2 incredible guests, but definitely watch Chaz Wasserman at BKFC. Don't you dare miss it. Guys, thank you so much for a wonderful show. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, guys. Cheers, eh?
Yeah, bye-bye. All right, Chaz, that's it, my friend. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it.
Guys, thank you so much. What an absolute pleasure. Honestly, you guys are absolute legends, man.
Go kick ass,
thanks,
man.
I appreciate you, man.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.